Oh, what is up, everybody? Welcome here to the Sports Jedi Network, here live on a Wednesday night, May 27th, the follow-up of AEW Double or Nothing. I am your host, PJH Chris TV, and today we got a review from this, again, 3-hour extravaganza of an AEW Dynamite collision live in sort of my neck of the woods in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the Extreme. We're excited. We're going to give you guys a little post show here tonight on Wednesday. Thank you guys here for joining me and Hoss, like always, here on a Wednesday night. Want to always shout out to our partners at Dude Wipes, you guys know. Oh, but first, we want to give a shout out to the Homeboy 88 podcast. Salute, brother. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat early. We got Samurai, who was bored to tears on this follow-up show. We're going to talk about it and much more here on the Sports Jedi Network. But first, you guys know Sports Jedi Network is always proudly sponsored and partnered with Dude Wipes in the Sports Jedi Network, always wiping out the competition. Text Dude Save 20 to 59463, and we'll send you a code for 20% off your order. Always stay fresh with the hot summer season coming in. Make sure you go to anywhere you go. Get your promo code. Tell them Sports Jedi Network send you there, as well as Blackout Coffee. You can go to Blackout Coffee for your morning hydration, caffeinated beverage. Go to Blackout Coffee. Use promo code Sports Jedi 20 to save yourself 20% off, and as well as my friends at G Fuel, which we will hear later on in the program. Guys, you guys know I'm not alone on these AEW reviews. 2 AEW reviews in less than a week. 3. We did last week's Dynamite. We did Double or Nothing Monday morning. Watched the show on Wednesday. And now we're here to talk about the follow-up. I got my co-host here on Wednesdays and everything AEW related. Hoss Knuckle Brew. Hoss, brother. First off, happy Wednesday. Thank you. I know you had some stuff you had to do here. You guys know I do what I need to do for my guys here. Paul says, hey, I'll be there in a second. I'm going to wait for my guy to break this shit down. Hoss, how are you, brother? Happy Wednesday. How are you doing, man?
How we doing, folks? Man, I appreciate you waiting on me, man. We had real-world difficulties for a second, but we're over it. We're here. Never not working. Just want to let y'all know, like I tell y'all every time when we review these things, move your ass and wash your ass. The host cares about your hygiene. He cares about your health. But yes, we're here discussing Dynamite, the fallout. Hopefully they explained angles and did bore us to death. So let's talk about it.
Indeed, let's talk about it. You guys know, man, I don't know where I want to start. It's interesting. First off, I want to give a shout out to the guys at the Smoke Sessions podcast, Nap, Dex, all these guys, they're live right now. So, we appreciate them. I know they reposted the stream earlier and supported us. So we're going to support them. But AEW Dynamite tonight, again, they were live in Philadelphia. Hoss, we're going to start with the elephant in the room. We're going to start with your favorite guy. We talked a little bit before the sound check. I know, we kind of just started right away. Your homeboy, I'm going to give you the floor to start it off. But we had Kevin Knight kicking off the show, which if you saw my tweet on Twitter, you guys saw, I wanted Tony Khan to start off Dynamite with this, just because this was the last thing we saw leading out of Double or Nothing. So they started off, this Dynamite after a very hot pay-per-view with Kevin Knight. I thought he looked good. He was well dressed. He looked like a big deal in this moment, but he was getting booed. He was getting a lot of shut the fuck up chants. He told Darby to not let him and all you people down, and that's exactly what he did. And Speedball comes out. They do what I said I wanted them to do, and I thought they were going to do. And now the feud is starting between those two. Hoss, what did you think about Kevin Knight starting off the show? What did you think about Kevin Knight explaining what he did to Darby, the Speedball stuff? I wanted you to start off with this. I know Kevin Knight's one of your favorites. What did you think about this opening segment to start the show Dynamite after AEW Dynamite? Excuse me.
Well, he dressed sharply, and that's where my glaze ends here. He came out here. It seemed like he was conflicted with his heel turn. Like he didn't want to. It was a half measure, not a full measure. He comes out there to the boos. Shout out to the crowd that knew the assignment. They actually booed the man, so I'm glad you played along with it. That's good. But I did not. He said Darby didn't get it done, and that he let him down. I remember Samurai from the other day when we were doing the review. He said that's what Kevin Knight was going to say. So shout out to him for pointing that out. But who is Kevin Knight to be the arbiter of saying you let people down? Who are you Mr. AEW now? Are you Tony Khan? Are you the commissioner of this brand? Who are you to say he let us down? I mean, he lost. So what? So what are you going to do? Are you going to if Darby would have won, were you going to challenge him again? You just lost to him not too long ago. But I just didn't understand it. Then we get Speedball, who comes out here in some kind of suit type of gi. It was weird looking.
At least he had shoes on.
This is true. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. He came out here looking like a tan Carmen Sandiego. If anyone knows who's I know I'm aging myself by saying that. But yeah, but he comes out here with the guilt trip. He says, "Oh, you're impulsive, you're impatient." And I was happy that Kevin Knight laid his ass out. I was happy to see that. But why did we need Darby Allin to be in the middle of this? He could have turned on Speedball at Double or Nothing without Darby. So that's what confuses me, because all this let me down crap, it's just extra. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm not happy with it. But that's what heel turn is supposed to do to you. You're not supposed to like heel turn. So I'll let it unfold. I'll give it a couple weeks. But we're here. We got Speedball versus Kevin Knight, so we're here.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. You know, I agree with what you're saying about the I agree with what you're saying about the Kevin Knight promo, but I kind of like the Speedball thing, and here's kind of where I'm going with it. So Kevin Knight, again, like you're saying, who is he to let you let me down? Kevin Knight has let Hangman Speedball down when he lost the trios title. He's let down Speedball and Mystico trios titles. He's let down himself twice by losing to MJF and Darby. The only time Speedball's really let him down is him losing to MJF before he fought Kenny Omega at Dynasty. So that didn't make sense to me. I thought Kevin Knight looked good. I didn't think his promo made sense at all, but I thought he came across as, again, in this moment, a big deal. Again, he ended the show. He comes out to start it. I appreciate that little aspect. But again, it didn't make much sense. I don't think Kevin Knight is fully I don't think he's fully adapted, obviously, to him being a heel. I don't think he's comfortable there yet. Obviously, it's technically his first full night on camera, but we'll see with that. But when it comes to him and Speedball, all I wanted between these two was a feud. I mean, how many times have we seen tag teams split up in this company? Santana and Ortiz. Now I understand Santana was leaving the company. He already had that in mind. But these are a tag team that were on top. Everybody cared about, and all you did was have them go on a bullshit street fight on Rampage that the entrances weren't even fucking aired, and they started the show off with. I mean, I just wanted this match to have a feud. Now, I think Speedball, and we're going to talk more about Kevin Knight because we've seen Kevin Knight a lot throughout the show, dude, like more than once. And there's something there I do want to talk about later on. But I'm just curious, like, if he does fight Speedball, he can't lose. There's no way Kevin Knight can lose to Speedball Bailey. And I don't know again, it's one of those things where I don't see where the direction for really Speedball is after this. But again, we know, I think, where Kevin Knight's going to go. And I'll even say this now before I really dive into it. Him and Kyle Fletcher is going to be a fucking banger if they have that match, because they teased it earlier. So, Hoss, there's things you could do with Kevin Knight. Again, this didn't make too much sense, but if they're going to treat him like this on Dynamite, 3 segments throughout the show, he's getting somewhere. Again, Don Callis and all that stuff. It's like, I'm kind of intrigued what he's doing, but he needs to fully adapt to being a heel and getting more comfortable. And again, I might jump ahead a little bit, but if he does say join the Callis family, again, I don't like it because there's a million fucking members. They could open a whole union just by the Callis family itself. But I think that would make him more comfortable as a heel, even if it's temporarily. What do you think about Kevin Knight, moving forward a little? I know I'm getting ahead. We're going to talk more about that because that had implications to do with something else. But before I jump into that fully, what do you kind of see Kevin Knight doing moving forward on Dynamite? Do you think they should kind of treat him like again, tonight he felt like a big deal on the show? Do you think they should treat him like that moving forward, or is he just a collision guy?
They should treat him as a big deal going forward, but he needs to be with someone that doesn't have him too overexposed speaking so much. He needs to speak in bits. Yeah. He shouldn't be giving you 5 and 10-minute promos. Not just yet. He's not there yet because he's going to get to repeating himself, talking in the third person too often. And truth be told, he's not that big of a deal to be doing that just yet. He's still got some growing to do. I would like it if he would join maybe the Hurt Syndicate or team up with Swerve. The Don Callis family, it got too many power players right now because we still got Okada and Takeshita, whatever their business is.
Yeah.
Cal Fletcher's back. Mark Davis has become a deal now.
Yeah.
Andrade is a
Jake something just came back tonight.
Yeah, Jake Doyle is back. Look, all these people that are big movers in the Don Callis family, that'd be a bad move for him. So he needs to be somewhere with 2 or 3 guys at the most. So, but he is a big deal now. Yeah. And this thing with Speedball, this might last a few pay-per-view cycles. I don't think it's going to be done by next month.
That's the best. I think that's the best thing going forward because that's something for Speedball to keep doing the next few months. Maybe that builds him up or whatever. Maybe he takes the title, but ultimately that can lead up to, again, we're just going to talk about it now since we're on the subject. That could probably lead up to him and Kyle Fletcher in a big match. That's going to be a great match. And Speedball and Kyle Fletcher, hell, maybe they do a triple threat. There's still stuff there between Speedball and Fletcher.
Mm-hmm.
I would not mind if, let's say, there's in their second match, not their first one. Let's say their first match happens at like Forbidden Door, and they have Mike Bailey's from Canada, so they just announced AEW Redemption, and I think it's in Speedball's actual hometown too.
In Montreal, yes.
So either he wins the title there, or you have instead of him like taking a clean pin and getting the fans pissed, you have Kyle Fletcher some way, somehow. Or you could have Kyle Fletcher help Speedball win, but again, that kind of defeats him being a heel. So I think you could get those guys in there somehow, but we'll see what happens.
With Tony Khan, he likes both these guys. I'm going to go ahead and give you a hot take here. Speedball might be world champion by the end of the year.
Please, no.
I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious.
Title run, man.
I understand that, but we just had the Darby Allin run with this belt.
Fair.
Tony Khan loves Speedball. Don't you think he wants to see Speedball have 6 to 8 title defenses with the same run with Darby Allin?
Title.
He could, but he wants to send a message that anybody can win this title.
See, I don't
agree
shit.
with it.
I'm gonna complain about it in this MJF segment later on. So
I hate it too, brother. I hate it too, but that's what Tony Khan likes. He wants to build up his new stars, and these guys, both of them, have paid their Tony Khan dues. If people don't know what Tony Khan dues are, you have to job out for at least 6 to 8 months straight.
Yep.
You show that you can give good matches, but jobbing out for 6 to 8 months straight, and you will be golden in Tony Khan's eyes. Both Jet Speed have paid their dues in bunches. The push is now.
The push is now indeed. We'll see what happens going forward next week with Kevin Knight and Speedball, Don Callis, Kyle Fletcher, all that. We saw Kyle Fletcher during the last hour of the Collision. Didn't take notes on it. Was just backstage shooting the shit with Kev. Again, this isn't the Dynamite and Collision post show with Hoss and PJ's Chris. This is the AEW Dynamite. post show with Austin PK's Chris. So boom, the Dynamite Bros. We're not the Collision Bros. We're the Dynamite Bros. Dynamite Bros are here on a Wednesday night. But speaking of Dynamite, speaking of bro, what the hell was this? Jericho versus Ricochet. Listen, after Jericho, they had the audacity to replay that Jericho bump through the table from Double or Nothing. Did you see that? Dude, yes. When I saw that live, I thought Jericho, I literally got up and was like, oh my God, he's dead. I was like, he's done. Like, Jericho's not good. Like, obviously, I was being dramatic. I was maybe had some garage beers in me. But I was like, holy shit. Like, and then this guy jumps off a fucking table after the match. I get it, paying tribute to Sabu, but just, oh my God. But anyway, we had Jericho versus Ricochet. It wasn't a bad match. I mean, it was okay. I mean, I hope this is the last time. Not hope. I know this is the last time considering what took place after the match. Tommaso Ciampa comes out and attacks Chris Jericho. So, you know, now that's something for Ciampa to do, something for Chris Jericho to do without having to be involved with the title, kind of like what he was doing with Ricochet. But I thought Jericho hit the ugliest lion salt. He needs to retire that fucking move. He is not 23 years old again. The move looked great in WCW in the early 90s before he went to WWF. And the move looked good in the early days of WWF too when he was there. But man, once he got to like 2010s over, that move had just fucking sucks. And I don't want him to do it ever again. And the fact that he uses that to win is just ridiculous. But wasn't a bad match. Again, Ricochet's making Jericho look good. We'll see what happens with Ciampa. I didn't mind that. Crowd didn't mind Jericho. They actually sang a song. So before I give it to Hoss, I just want to give a shout out to Devin, the Tribal Chief. Thank you so much, brother, for joining the Dynamite Bros here on a Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite. Devin, the Tribal Chief in the chat says, what's good, fellas? I gave Dynamite a chance tonight because of the pay-per-view. I'm just going to stick to watching their pay-per-views only. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I agree with you.
I don't blame you either, man, because, you know, we come on here every fucking month, man. Can they follow up? I don't understand. They give us such a good pay-per-view every month. And this pay-per-view was just like, it was from the camera shots, from the matches, from the crowd, from the moment, from the arena, from the aesthetics. Again, it was phenomenal. A pay-per-view of the year so far. And again, Hoss, I'm going to tell Devin what I said on our Double or Nothing show literally a few days ago. It feels like I'm watching two different products when I watch the pay-per-views and I watch the weekly shows. Hoss, what did you think about Jericho versus Ricochet? Tommaso Ciampa attacking Jericho. Your thoughts on this whole fiasco we got between Jericho and Ricochet?
All right. Well, the angle that's the conduit to this whole feud should let you know that this was a joke. The angle was that Ricochet, he took the lion saw from Jericho. That's the angle. That's the story of this. A move. That's what we got. The match was fine. Like you say, Jericho needs to retire that move because his athleticism is gone. Doesn't work. And with Tommaso Ciampa attacking Jericho, I have no problem with it. It's something to make Jericho look good, but honestly, I don't know how you can make Jericho look good in 2026. He doesn't look terrible, but can we make him a champion again? I don't know how you could do that. But I might be a man on the island with this. I want Ricochet in the main event. I'm tired of him playing now. Go ahead and move him up. And that means I know we got to stomach more promos from Ricochet.
That's exactly why I was going to say, really.
I understand, but most people in this company can't cut a good promo, so I'm used to it.
Oh, we're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about that. Don't worry. But I agree.
We gave him a faction. The faction it looks strong, even though they do goofy ass shit. He does look strong, and go ahead and pull the trigger. We gave him the national championship. We're tired of dealing with the mid card. Go ahead and move it to the main event. The main event needs more players anyway, so go with it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Want to give a shout out to Aaron Loves Wrestling. Appreciate you taking time out of your day, your vacation to say hi to the Dynamite Bros on a Wednesday night following AEW Dynamite here on the Sports Jedi Network. Aaron Loves Wrestling says, howdy, y'all. Stopping in before I head to bed. Have a blessed stream and have fun. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. AEW was awesome tonight. I can't wait for Collision on Saturday and Dynamite next week. Collision was tonight. I don't think they're doing Collision Saturday. They just did the hour tonight. I could be wrong, but they are doing the Collision. Literally just ended 5 minutes ago. They might be on the air right now. Who knows? But excited for Dynamite next week. Awesome stories going into AEW and awesome wrestling. Well, the awesome wrestling I can't deny, man. Awesome wrestling I can't deny. Thank you again, Aaron, for taking time out of your day for saying hi to me and Hoss on a Wednesday. We appreciate it, man. But yeah, Jericho. We were talking about Jericho and Ricochet, and dude. I don't want to see Ricochet with the world title. I can't stand his promos. Again, he does. Besides his wrestling, Hoss, I don't see what he brings to really anything. And I felt the same way. Ricochet was one of my favorites in the black and gold era. Ask Kev, I am a black and gold baby. But the one thing I always stood out to me, what the fuck is this guy other than just a good wrestler? And I say that with the utmost respect because he really is good at what he does. And he really is a big name in this industry. Like, I'm not taking, Collision is Saturday as well. Wow, Jesus Christ. And why the fuck did you give us another hour of Collision of Dynamite tonight? Anyway, what was I going with that? Oh, yeah. I Ricochet, like, he's just another wrestler. Like, I don't see anything he brings to a wrestling show as a top guy or as a champion. Like,
trust me, I'm with you, Chris. But this is Tony Khan's promotion. This is what it's about. This is where the best wrestle. He tells us every time we're the best wrestle, not where the best talk, not where the best entertain you. We're the best wrestle. So if I'm going by the thoughts of Tony Khan, you have to push Ricochet. You have to push Speedball Mike Bailey. They may be dull as dirt. They might can't cut a promo for 5 minutes, but they can wrestle, and that's who gets the belt. That's all I got for you. That's the logic. That's the only logic I can give you here.
oh my God, I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here. Anyway, what did you think about Tommaso Ciampa attacking Chris Jericho after the match? Do you like this for Ciampa and Jericho? This gives Jericho a story and something to be on TV without chasing a title. But I'm not that interested in it.
I don't have that much interest in it because I don't know who it benefits. Is it gonna move Ciampa up to the main event, or is it gonna move Jericho to the main event? We can't have lateral movement.
It has to be Jericho. I would not be surprised. Look, Jericho clearly made a choice, and I think if it was Jericho going to W, and I hate to bring this up on a post show on an AEW show, but I think it's relevant to this situation because you're saying who does this benefit? It has to benefit Chris Jericho because to me, again, I'm thinking as a fan that knows no inside knowledge about what the fuck going. I don't really think anybody does, but if I'm a fan, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Chris Jericho, he has a choice to go to WWE, AEW. To me, I'm thinking WWE only wants him for like a couple matches and then they don't know what to do. Tony Khan in AEW, he could keep doing stuff, whatever. That has to lead to an AEW world title. He's not sniffing a championship in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
He's getting that, probably is in his contract when he renewed. I get at least one AEW title run. The next time they're probably in Canada. Fuck. Maybe if he might even challenge MJF at Redemption. That might be his opponent. That's still before All In, guys.
I believe he's going to kill all the babyface goodwill that he's made in the last month or so. However much that is. Because I still don't, I think it's false hope that the fans still love Jericho. They'll sing Judas. They'll do that.
Yeah.
But all they need is one thing to make them like, man, boo this man. Boo this man. That's all they want to do.
The learning tree. Oh my God. Bring that back and remove the shit out of him.
If we get Jericho and MJF next month, the fans are going to turn on him quickly. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see it.
I agree. We'll see what happens with that. Hoss, but there's something I forgot to talk about, and I'm happy I'm going to talk about it now because the next match I'm going to rip in the shreds. In the beginning of the show, before we had Kevin Knight, we had Ospreay and Kenny Omega
Oh boy.
do a backstage vignette, backstage segment where Kenny Omega is, "Why are you with the Death Riders?" That's the address the elephant in the room, and Ospreay is basically telling them, you're not here every week, whatever. This better not be Ospreay and Kenny at All In. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
No. I would rather Kenny Omega go back to smoking cigars again. He gives his bad promo with Ospreay. Like, oh,
he was better when he had Don Callis by his side, man.
Yes, I do not. Again, this is what I talk about. Like when I say move Ricochet up to the main event, it's because of stuff like this. The god of pro wrestling can't cut a good promo. He can. Still a good wrestler, but he can't cut a promo. So why not Ricochet? But anyway, we're not talking about Ricochet anymore. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay are boring characters. Good wrestlers, boring characters. And he comes in there talking about he questioning Will Ospreay's so-called friendship with the Death Riders. I get that. I understand it. But what benefit is it to you? Why do you care? Who you care who I roll with, Kenny Omega? You get to roll with the Callis family in the Elite, and they can go good or bad whenever they want to. But I go get helped by the guys who break my neck, and you care? Why do you care? So, truth be told, if they want to do something there, I know they don't want to make Will Ospreay a heel right now. He should have just backslapped Kenny Omega right there. Be like, mind your fucking business. See, that's good television. They won't do that, though. They won't do it. See, I just want good TV. I could do better with good wrestling. Yep. Give me some good TV. Why can't he slap Kenny Omega and punch him in the stomach? But again, they don't know how to make good TV here. They don't understand that.
Nope. But then we have John Moxley coming in and telling Ospreay the car's ready. Bitch, you guys have a match later on. You have a 6-man match later on in the show. What the fuck you mean the car's ready?
That tells you Mox didn't care nothing about that trios match. He didn't give a fuck.
That had to been. I think that. Well, to be fair, I think that was after Double or Nothing. I think that was filmed after Double or Nothing.
It was.
Kenny not being on Double or Nothing. Again, the show was amazing. I'm not criticizing it because Kenny wasn't on the show, but Kenny being on the show
he was stampeding.
Anyway, duh. Oh my god, I'm stupid. He did the fucking V trigger onto the table to the one of the yeah. Oh my god, Hoss. That you know what? That shows how lackluster Kenny Omega's been. Because the memorable spots I remember from that match are the super kicks and Jericho's dumbass.
Never forget they ran over Mark Davis with a bus.
Yeah, they did run. Yeah, that's right. Because Jack Perry had that freaking bus. Yeah. Which he used. They did a Rocky Balboa segment with Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. Oh my god, dude, that was terrible. But guys, Hoss, we praise the wrestling on the show. We say, the show hasn't had much stories. At least we look forward to the wrestling, right?
Yes.
We're gonna hear from our friends at G Fuel because G Fuel needs me. I need them to give me the energy to rip this shit into shreds.
Oh, I know what time it is.
A word from our sponsor, one of our 3 sponsors, G Fuel Energy. Let them get me juiced up before I say what I have to say about this porqueria, in the words of BX Sports Jedi Kev.
All right, before we keep this energy going, shout out to the sponsor of tonight's stream, G Fuel Energy. If you're watching this live, you already know. We don't do slow reactions. We don't do low energy. We stay locked in. And that's exactly what G Fuel brings to the table. 0 sugar, loaded with focus, and built for long streams just like this. Whether you're grinding, gaming, or watching chaos unfold with us, G Fuel keeps you going. Hit the link in the description, use code PGHCHRIS, and level up your energy the same way we do on Sports Jedi Network. Let's get back to it.
I'm Tom Hannafin from TNA Wrestling. You're watching the Jedi Sports Network.
Yes, sir. I want to give a shout out for Tom Hannafin. Thank you so much for, he was a guest on the Sports Jedi Network. Me and Kev have had the privilege to talk to Tom Hannafin. Make sure you guys go check out that interview as well. As TNA, we are supporters of the brand. We are supporters of wrestling. We actually love wrestling. So we just want to throw that out there. Again, shout out to G Feel, shout out to Blackout. We might hear from Dude Wipes again later on in the show. But I needed G Feel to hype me up a little bit because I was telling you guys, we talk about them not having stories, AEW, on their Dynamite. But they have good matches. This shit fucking sucked. Let's start off with Roosh. What match am I talking about? I'm talking about Roosh, Brian Cage, Lio Rush, who I enjoy seeing, and goofball son of a bitch Orange Cassidy, Pockets. You know what? Pockets, you're going to take over the show. I can't believe I'm going to say that. You're going to take over the show. Hoss, I'm sorry, but he's going to take over the show for just a split second. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. You, the one on the screen with the stupid denim jacket. You are the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life. First off, you had fucking Roosh and Brian Cage start the match. I think very highly of Roosh. I think he's a great luchador. I think he's very underrated. I'm going to talk about him later on in the show because we saw him again later. We're going to see him again. And I respect Brian Cage because he's a big dude that could do some crazy shit. I enjoyed Lucha Underground. I think he was there, and that's where I saw him in my early days. I could be wrong, but my point is he can do a lot of cool stuff for his size. These two together fucking sucked. Horrible chemistry. You had Roosh go for a Hurricane Rana, and Brian Cage's steroid ass couldn't even fucking sell the move for him, and it looked like shit. And then you had him do some stupid move like he was doing in AA, and then he does a flip, and it just looked like fucking garbage. And then in comes this clown, this stupid son of a bitch. I'm put him back up for a second. Yeah, take off your glasses so Jake Doyle can punch you in your fucking face. You had this idiot in Lio Rush, which, again, like Lio Rush, but I'm sorry that I had to talk about him because he was involved in this. The childish indie fucking bullshit needs to stop. The hands in the pockets and the stupid fucking slow punches and Lio Rush having the audacity to sell. I wouldn't sell for this shit. I would not sell for this motherfucker. I would give him every receipt you possibly can because he is terrible. I don't understand why people let their kids dress up as this fucking guy. This guy isn't influencing anybody. He's influencing you to be a fucking nerd. He's a clown. He is the worst wrestler I've seen in my 23 years of existence. I've been watching the wrestling consistent for probably 16, 15. Since I was a kid, since I was like 5. And you're going to tell me that hands in your pockets and doing drop kicks is good professional wrestling? It's a joke, and I'm sick of seeing it. Hoss, before I say something else, I'm going to get this clown off the screen. I want them to see you and not fuckface. What did you think about this Fatal 4-Way match?
I actually just got to review it again. Match was it was there. It was there.
This definitely was all right.
Yeah, it was a highlight for.
This could have been for the third hour.
It could. Yeah, this was a collision match. This is exactly.
Give us to Kyle Fletcher talking about the Ketchna instead of this shit.
Oh, you know that's not wrestling, no man. We can't have that much talk on Dynamite. They wouldn't appreciate all that talk. We gotta have graps.
Oh, I'm not gonna. You think I ripped this segment? Wait till the next one.
Yes, sir. We must have graps. We can't have people cutting promos. Not on Wednesday night. We had one promo to start. We had 2 speaking spots. Man, I'm surprised sickos can just comprehend all that. We must have people touching each other. Pause. This is what we must have. We must have an overabundance of people touching each other. Not too much talk. We no. If I don't see somebody touch another person, we gonna have a problem. That's what it sounds like here. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, this match was there. This again, they're highlighting Rouge for I don't know what, but yes, this is what this was. The Rouge highlight reel. It was just there.
Yep, I agree. I didn't like this match at all. Jake Doyle coming back. I mean, I don't really care. I didn't care about him. I didn't care about. He's gonna do something, right? No pun intended. I didn't care about Jake something. I don't care about Jake Doyle. I'm gonna be honest, though. But I will be honest. I would be lying to you guys if I didn't pop out of my fucking chair and literally almost tear of happiness seeing him absolutely punch the shit out of Orange Cassidy. I mean, that was my way to make a fucking return. That's the return of the year. Is Jake Doyle, because he punched Orange Cassidy. That well, me and Hoss, you're gonna be a part of it for the first time. You're gonna be a part of the Golden Saber Awards at the end of the year that me and Kev have been doing. Well, he's been doing them too, but I've been for the last 2 years, and I'm gonna give this return of the year because he punched Orange Cassidy.
We got a lot more year to go, brother. But yeah, this could.
Oh, nothing's gonna top it. Nothing's gonna top this. This was perfect.
I will tell you this though. Since Jake Doyle is back, you know who doesn't like it? Mark Davis. This is gonna destroy his singles push.
You think?
He's gonna get regulated back to the tag division. I'm telling you that.
Oh yeah. So you think he drops that national championship?
He's gonna drop that redemption, brother.
Did he lose in the Owen tonight? I didn't see because they bled. So what they did at the end of the show is they start at 9:50, and I'm gonna talk about it. At 9:55, they started the Owen match between those two. By the time I was like, I'm not taking notes on that. Why would I take notes on a Dynamite? Because this time they really felt like this was a 3-hour show. Because the last 2 weeks, Hoss, they've been doing the Dynamites and then anyway. But I gotta know who won that match, because that's gonna actually implicate what we're talking about. I think Jack Perry won the match.
Samurai said Mark Davis won.
Mark Davis won? Holy shit. Wow. I mean, then yeah. I mean, if it went he's not beating Swerve. So once he loses to Swerve, he'll probably drop that national championship.
Mark Davis got Ospreay next.
Oh, he has Ospreay. That's right. Yeah, he's not beating Ospreay.
Of
that's
course.
right. Ospreay's fighting Brody King, right?
No, Brody
Claudio.
King. He had Claudio tonight.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's no point. I mean, maybe I don't think they're gonna go against each other, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't really care for Jake Doyle, but I just, again, return of the year for punching Orange Cassidy. That's the only reason. Hoss, I hate to talk about people that I love because I've been ripping Darby on for the last month, and Darby's one of my favorites. I'll be honest. Mark dogged. Wow, I gotta go watch that match. Shout out to 214 Junior. JR, thank you so much for joining me and Hoss on a Wednesday night. We appreciate it, brothers. Bros, Daniel, I don't think I shouted you out, Daniel. I apologize. I was deep into my Orange Cassidy stuff. Thank you. You're always joining us in the chat. I appreciate it, man. But I hate to talk about people that I like in a bad way, and I can't believe I'm actually going to talk negative about MJF. He had a celebration, and I didn't like it. Mm-hmm. I thought this was fucking bad. The celebration was good. Him alone, he did his spuck where he gets the big MJF banner. He made a joke about the Sixers, which is it's cheap heat, but the fact that the Knicks are in the finals now, I think it's even funnier cheap heat. The crowd got a boo out of it. The only thing the crowd gave a shit about the entire fucking 2 hours I watched it was this. And then Mark Briscoe comes out. And I'm thinking to myself, why? They've tried this shit already with these two, and it fucking sucked. Mark Briscoe is one of the worst people on the microphone I've ever seen. He's worse than Ricochet.
I disagree with you, but keep going, brother. You
Dude,
could,
no. Bro, Mark Briscoe, at least Ricochet, he comes off corny, but he could get a sentence out. Mark Briscoe, he did not, it's like he didn't even know what the fuck he was saying out there. He looked like a lost puppy.
It's the character, brother.
It was terrible.
I'm just leaving this. Briscoe's one of the favorites of mine, so I would defend.
He's great. No, he's phenomenal. I think he's a good wrestler. I like his goofiness to an extent. Him and Jay were fucking phenomenal. I think him and Jay would have been the top tag team in that company, other than FTR, if unfortunate circumstances didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I still gotta be honest, man. What the fuck was Mark Briscoe even saying out there? What, before I even get to Rush, Haas, what was Mark Briscoe saying? I didn't understand a word. He was trying to hype up Philadelphia, and then he talked about his what did he say? I didn't understand him. At least Ricochet, I can understand.
Do you remember the Water Boy? You remember that movie with Adam Sandler?
The Adam Sandler one, yes.
Yeah, Bobby Boucher. Do you remember Do you remember the coach that used to be with them, that the helper coach? No one knew what he was talking about. He was like,
that's what he sounded like.
That's the Mark Briscoe appeal. That's exactly what that is.
I mean, because like I'm trying to look at it a little bit. Like I'm listening to it. He's like, that's like I don't like. Again, he looked like a lost puppy. Like I didn't understand a fucking word Mark Briscoe was saying, bro. And what you know what was so embarrassing to me, at least, and kayfabe, obviously. Rush comes out,
mm-hmm.
whose English is not his first language.
Mm-hmm.
Haas, he looked more of a threat than Mark Briscoe did in that segment, where he comes out and gets in MJF's face and they do the head-to-head where they go like that at the end. I was like, oh. I think highly of Rush. I think he hasn't done shit other than in-ring action. And we just had months of Darby Allin doing title matches against people who didn't deserve it. My thing about MJF was, we're going to get the title back on MJF. He's going to treat the championship like it's worth something, and we're going to get the best of the best. But no, we're going back to fucking Mark Briscoe and Rush challenging for AEW World titles. Haas, although I'm giving Rush his praise because he came off like a threat in this segment, what the fuck are we doing with these two people challenging, coming out there and interrupting MJF and challenge? We're getting the match next week between him and Rush. For what? Haas, take it away. What the fuck was this?
Well, here comes the Tony Khan logic again, brother. Rush has won his last 10 matches. He's like 10-1 in his last matches or something like that.
He is one of the freaking clowns that wrestled Mark Lou, whatever the hell his name was.
I told you got to say it right. It's Manny Lowe. Manny
Lowe. Holy shit, Hoss. Manny Lowe. We gotta give him it. Dude, when we see Manny Lowe, if we ever interview Manny Lowe or whatever, if Manny Lowe ever comes up on the scene, damn, Hoss, you're gonna remember the name, as the Fort Minor likes to say. Go ahead.
But I would tell you this though. It's the same thing when we got Darby that beat MJF just not too long ago. Darby hadn't lost in singles matches all year before that. And no one cared. No one batted an eye. Now we got Rooster up here who won like 14 straight fucking matches. We have to give him a title shot. It is what it is. Do we care? Not really. But the numbers are the numbers, and we got people that say this is a sport. So here's the sport aspect of it. That's what you get.
So, I'm sorry. No. Go ahead.
And with Mark Briscoe, I guess they still got unfinished business, I imagine. They had that match at All Out in Briscoe sent MJF on a little vacation, and I guess we're going back with that. I guess did MJF avenge that? I can't remember.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I was looking up something.
Do you remember when Briscoe and MJF did that plunder match at All Out?
I do.
Briscoe won that one, right?
I think so because that was they did a rematch.
Okay, so the
I thought they wrestled on Dynamite though.
You might be I can't remember. You might be right.
Huh. I thought they did wrestle. No, they had that no, you're right. It was at All Out 2025. You're right. It was just because they had that build up leading before that. Yeah, you're right. It was it was in Canada. You're right.
Because I know MJF went on a little sabbatical after that. He had to figure things out.
Yep.
So I wonder, are we going to have that? Is that a rematch from this? I imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that actually has some legs, even though it's from such a long time ago. But Roosh going for the world title right now, I could see him going against Kevin Knight. I could see that. I could see him going against Takeshita. Hell, maybe even Mark Davis for the national championship.
Dude, no. This is his last. You want to hear his last few matches?
Go for
I have
it.
it on cagematch.net. He lost to Darby.
Okay.
He beat Anthony Bowens.
Okay. The pride of pro wrestling.
He beat Dante Leon on Ring of Honor.
Who?
Now this is where it gets interesting. He beat Adam Priest on Collision.
Who?
He beat Steven Fuente on Dynamite.
Again, who?
He beat Manny Lowe on Collision.
Shout out to Manny Lowe. But who?
2 more or 3 more. He defeated LSG in Ring of Honor in 42 seconds.
Hold on. Say that again. Who? LS who?
In 42 seconds at the Ring of Honor zero hour super card.
Pause, Chris. Pause. Now, you may not know who these people are. Now, there's an R&B band from the 90s named LSG. Is that who he went against? Did he go against an R&B band?
He's known as no, he's from Dutchland. He's a jobber.
From Deutschland.
From Adam Priest till now, they're all 45-second matches. And then the last 2, Ring of Honor, he defeated Ryan O'Neal.
Again, who?
And last week on Collision, he beat TJ Crawford. I'm not making these fucking names up.
Sir, is that Jamal Crawford's nephew?
Like, I am not making these names up. Like
TJ Crawford.
In any of these fucking names that I just told you, he also defeated a guy named Beef.
Beef? Oh, that was a sandwich.
Ring of Honor YouTube special episode 5 in El Paso, Texas. Rush defeated Beef in 4 minutes and 53 seconds.
Man, bring back Hologram. Hologram had a better winning streak than Roosh did. Who are these people?
And I wanna give a shout out. This is Beef for those who are familiar. I'm going to show you guys who Beef is. I'm going to take on. So
Beef.
Well, shout out to Beef. What the fuck did Rush do to deserve a title shot, man?
Let's get some beef tips over noodles then. More beef.
But what? Because this is really the juicy thing to talk about, man. What did you think of this whole thing? Because out of all those names I just mentioned, what in the hell did that clown Rush do to deserve a world title shot?
Nothing. He's done nothing. But again, Tony Khan logic. We just had Darby Allin go against jobbers for a month and a half. This is what we get. We get mid-card jobbers going for the biggest title in the land. Now we got Roosh up here going for a title shot. Who's beating guys named Beef and a guy who sounds like a drug in LSG. Like, come on, man. Is this an acid trip we on, or just pro wrestling?
Oh my god, and they're all on Ring of Honor.
He really wants us to buy Honor Club. He really wants us to buy this.
Ring of Honor and 2-minute matches on Collision.
Tony Khan, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I will never buy Honor Club. Never.
I won't either.
Never. I will never.
You couldn't give me the money to buy Honor Club. I don't think I'd do it.
No, I'm not buying Honor Club.
I'd rather buy the next AEW pay-per-view with that money.
The only way I'm buying Honor Club is my little brother will have to go wrestle in ROH right now. That's the only way I'm buying Honor Club. I'm not going to do it.
But I don't think. Look, shout out to Janai Kai. We love her. She would be the only reason I buy it, but she's not on the shows every week, so there's no reason for me to buy it. And it sucks. They got people down there that I actually like.
This is true. I like Red Velvet. Hey, I'm a fan. I like Deonna Purrazzo. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan of Deonna Purrazzo. I'm a fan of. I know Bandito was on the AEW recently, but he's the champion. I like Bandito. I like Ace Austin. Like, there's some guys down there. As much as we give them shit, I do at least for the buy-in guys, for the Costco guys. I think some of the guys in Shane Taylor Productions are okay cats. Like, they're not main event players on that, but they got some underrated talent. But again, nobody's watching that shit. There might be one person, Hoss, that we know that's gonna watch that shit.
Oh, we know he watches it. We know.
So this was ridiculous.
Yeah, but guys named Beef. I beat a guy named Beef, and I go get a title shot.
There's a wrestler named Cheeseburger.
I'm not surprised. One of the guys
he's been wrestling for a while too, since I was a kid.
One of the guy AAA.
Who? This Cheeseburger guy?
Yeah,
he's in Ring of Honor.
Oh,
he's in Ring of Honor. He's signed. He's one of those guys like Willie Mack that just doesn't get used.
Oh, well. Shout out to those guys.
We got Def Comedy Jams in the building. Thank you so much for joining the Dynamite Bros on a Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite. Oh my God. Hi, Chris. Oh, geez. And Haas, 5 knuckle sandwich. What to do with that? Oh, geez. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it. Did you love Dynamite? I didn't love it. No.
The sarcasm coming through that comment is incredible.
I know. Shout out to Def Comedy Jams. Always great to have you in the chat.
Yes, but the AEW championship has been devalued so much. And I'm gonna catch hell from the sickos for saying that, but it's just the truth. It's just anybody and their mama can challenge for this belt, and no one bats an eye. And we gotta call this shit out. Because who's a main eventer in this company anymore?
Nobody.
Who are the main eventers? Like who's a draw?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think Jericho's drawing people anymore.
No, he ain't. I just told you he's one bad booking from being booed.
Yep. MJ again.
Roosh is getting a title shot. Where is Bobby Lashley?
Yeah.
I mean, just being for real, like,
yeah.
I'd rather Jungle Jack gets a title shot. I don't even care for Jungle Jack.
Oh my God, no.
I'd rather him than guy.
I agree. Fair.
Did he beating guys called Beef?
Fair. At least fucking he's a national champion, which doesn't mean shit.
Who's next? Tenderloin? Pork chop? Lamb
Chicken
chop?
breast?
Yeah, man. Rice cake?
Oh my God, dude. This is bad. This is bad, man. What the fuck has Mark Briscoe done to deserve a title shot? Well, like, I don't even know. His shit's probably worse, man.
I mean, he did just beat Ciampa. He just got his face
yeah.
He just got his face cheese grated on Dynamite last week. That's how you pay your dues to Tony Khan. If you don't job out, you got to bleed.
Fair. No, that's fair. Well, we'll see what happens with that. But man, way to make your title feel unimportant. It is very odd, very odd.
You're damn right, Samurai. You're damn right.
Damn right. It is a little bizarre, man. How do you go from such a good pay-per-view to this shit? We'll move on though because we had another match in the Owen. Claudio Castagnoli versus Brody King. It was a fine match. Again, two bigger guys. One of the rare times in AEW we're gonna see the flippy chops. But Hoss, did the right person win in this match? What did you think about the match? It was a fine match.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know who won this match. Who won?
I think Claudio.
Oh, wrong man won then. Wrong man.
Oh no, Brody.
Oh,
Excuse me.
okay.
Brody won. I have the results up here.
I,
My bad.
I will go back and watch that match because I
It
do
was
like
Brody.
I do like to see big men wrestle, so I will go back and watch that match. The right man won because Brody King must go against Swerve Strickland again. He must avenge losing at Revolution.
Yeah.
And truth be told, I wouldn't be mad if Brody King was to beat Swerve, even though I don't think it's going to happen.
I wouldn't be either because it would give Ospreay some. It would give Ospreay some like okay, because we know how Brody King could be. He's a big dude. He could toss him around. But again, Tony wants the dream match. The Sickos want Swerve versus Ospreay. We saw it 2 years ago, and it's not like something we haven't seen before.
This is where the Sickos are going to get disappointed. I got Brody beating Swerve.
Oof. If I'm a betting man, I don't. That's tough. That's tough because I don't know. They got to give some direction with this guy. Because I actually see a direction with Swerve Strickland at least. They could do something with him. What the fuck are they gonna do with Brody King if he's not winning the tournament? Period.
If you have Will Ospreay beat all these big men, it's a story you can tell.
I agree.
Ospreay coming back from the break, he comes back. He beats Samoa Joe. He beats Mark Davis. He beats Brody King. Giant Slayer goes into All In, and I hope it's MJF, but there's neither here or there. But yeah, you can sell people that story. The flippy dippy man beating big ass men, beating all the ground and pound guys. You can sell that. But the Swerve Strickland thing, and I like Swerve as well. Swerve doesn't have a real direction. He doesn't. What you're gonna just go? He's gonna win. He'll beat Brody King just to get fed to Ospreay just for a good match. We've seen the match already. And then what is Swerve gonna do after he loses to Will Ospreay? Be written off TV for another month? We don't see him. Well, that does him no. That does him no good. He might well just lose right now. At least you have a story between Swerve and Brody King because they have this series going. Who brings the most violence? Who's the most dangerous man in AEW? I get it, but I got Swerve losing. I just see it. If you want to get real funky, have Bandito come and mess up Brody King beating Will Ospreay. But we can't do that in the tournament, right? We can't have interference, right? Or is that the C2?
I don't think this one does interferences either.
Okay. Well, we can't get that type of funky. Okay. But yeah, I got Brody King. The right guy won. The right guy won.
Yeah, I agree. We got some. I just want to give an honorable mention before we talk about the main event segment here.
Hold on one more.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Tony LGK. I'm a big fan of Luchasaurus.
Yeah, shout out to Tony.
If they
Thank
made
you for joining us, brother.
Luchasaurus is more talented than Jungle Jack, and I stand on that. If you want to give him a title, I'm all for it. I'm all the fuck for it. Let's have some fun. Give the dinosaur a belt.
I'm not in favor for that. We'll be back in the fucking 1800s if that happens.
We're already there,
dinosaur
brother.
as a champion over there. One thing I do want to give an honorable mention. Right after they did the Edge and Christian stuff, which that's going to be the last thing we review here.
5-second pose.
We're going to talk about that. They had Tay and Jay versus two jobbers. Some lady named Ali Catch.
Okay.
And the Sickos in the comments are begging for Tony to sign her. Like, they are begging, Tony, sign her, Tony, sign her. Anyway, I don't know if you saw this, Hoss. Tay Mello and Anna Jay and Ty Mello have again, I've said this a lot throughout the show, and I genuinely mean it this time when I say this, the worst fucking finisher I've ever seen in my life. That is the worst tag team finisher I've ever seen in my life. You have got to go check that out, Hoss.
I will.
It was terrible. Oh my God, I got it right here. You know what?
Play it for the people.
It's a gift. It's not an actual video. Fuck no, I don't. Hoss, I'm gonna show it to you. I don't want to. I'm not gonna play it. YouTube. I don't want YouTube to fucking kill me.
I got you.
But basically, Anna Jay like lifted this chick, like whatever, and Ty Mello did a knee, and it was the worst knee I've ever seen.
Oh, okay.
That's why I just want to give an honorable mention.
I want to mention something about Anna Jay. Did people know what the shirt she wore to buy in on Sunday? Did anyone notice that shirt?
I didn't see that part of the buy-in.
It had an activity on the shirt that people like to do nowadays. It's a 3-letter activity, and it had in big bold letters on her shirt. I just leave it at that.
Interesting. I want to give a shout out to my guys in the chat. We got Nap God. I can't lurk in peace, but what's good, y'all? Yo, what's good, Nap God? How you doing, brother? How are you doing, brother? We appreciate you joining me and Hoss on the AEW post show here on the Sports Jedi Network. We got Famous Davis. We got K Dot. We got, I think Dex is still. They're all live right now or something. I don't know. I'll go check it out. I'll go check you guys out when I'm done. But they're live right now, so go check them out. But yeah, I have no idea. Dude, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna get heat for saying this. I don't believe in the term enhancement talent when it comes to people like this. Who the fuck are they enhancing? They're not like a Miz or something, which we give him shit over there, but it's like he's enhancing these people. Who the fuck is Manny Lowe enhancing? Oh my God. I had to throw that out there.
It's about as useful as the enhancement pumps Austin Powers used to use.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, we're going to get into our main event segment here. The flash Hoss, we are in 2026 and flash photography has made its fucking comeback.
Yes, brother.
We are here for flash photography, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I don't need this.
Bring out the Polaroid camera.
We got the Polaroid cameras.
Kodaks.
Guys, Edge and Christian come out. They come out. They're the AEW Tag Team Champions. They celebrate. Hoss, Adam Copeland comes under the ring, gets a big bag of disposable cameras, tosses into the crowd. His old ass gets tired and tells the fucking security guys to go hand out the microphones. And they start taking pictures. Whatever. And the War Dogs interfere, and you have Adam Copeland and Christian Cage as your AEW World Champions, and we're passing out fucking disposable cameras.
Yes, in 2026.
In 2026. Hoss, what the fuck?
We got cameras. We got grumpy old men about to euthanize dogs on television. It's all bad, brother. It's all bad. I don't understand. These old bring out Beth Copeland. Bring her back. Bring Spike back. What, man?
Let me tell you something, brothers. If you're not watching the AEW Bros Dynamite reactions, then you're going up the wrong pool, brother. This is PGH Chris TV. This is Hoss Knuckle Brew, brother. What you gonna do when the AEW Dynamite Bros run wild on you on YouTube and X right now. And we're watching y'all live on our stream, reacting to your videos, brother. I'm out of here. Let's give it up to the AEW Dynamite Bros Mania, brother.
That is K. Dot, ladies and gentlemen, famous Davis of the Smoke Sessions podcast.
And remember, very heterosexual.
Very heterosexual. Very heterosexual. That was funny. That was funny.
Yes, it was.
Shout out to Smoke Sessions. Shout out to K. Dot for making the appearance here on the Dynamite Bros section. Guys, I gotta give him his credit. Hoss, he came up with the name.
He did. Shout out
to the name Dynamite Bros. Sports Jedi Network, we're not going to take credit for it. I'm not going to take credit for it. Hoss isn't going to take credit for it. Smoke Sessions and K. Dot came up with the name Dynamite Bros.
They did. They did that.
But anyway, Hoss, what are we doing with this fucking disposable cameras? Talk to me about this main event segment. You had Adam Copeland and Christian Cage as your AEW Tag Team Champions for the first time. And this is what we got? Talk to me.
Again, Tony Khan doesn't know how to put on a wrestling TV show. He know how to put matches together, and that is it. That's it. They should just give him a chalkboard, write who he wants to wrestle today, and leave it at that. Other people need to come up with stories and angles because he just don't get it. It's not up here. It's not clicking up here. He doesn't know how to make interesting television happen. He's trying to make fetch happen, and fetch ain't happening. It's bullshit. And truth be told, this might be all Adam Copeland. He probably came up with this bullshit camera angle. He might have came up with it.
He probably did.
Yeah, this geriatric fuck up here just coming up with camera. Oh man, we're gonna kill him with this one. Come on, Christian, we're gonna kill him with this one. Ooh, man.
Okay, can we address the elephant in the room? Why am I the only one that feels like Christian Cage doesn't want to be Adam Copeland's tag team partner?
He doesn't.
I don't want another fucking heel turn. We already had Christian. We already had they did this backwards. They did a whole months ago. We had might have been over a year at this point. Hoss, were you watching AEW when Christian Cage said "Go fuck yourself" to Copeland?
Yes.
Why aren't we building to that now? Why didn't we get this back then? Why didn't we have them somehow cause the AEW tag team titles, aka All Out Canada, should have been the reason why this fallout should have happened. And then they should have had "Go fuck yourself." And then them two one-on-one at Double or nothing. But they rushed it. For what? To give Canada this feel-good moment? It was for the TNT title. It didn't mean shit at the end of the day. They did this whole thing with Christian Cage and Adam Copeland and AEW fucking backwards. Now that I'm looking at it right now. Do you agree with me?
I agree with you. And I agree with you that Christian don't want to be tagging with Cope right now because they both should be on equal footing in AEW, but wrestling fans will always have edge over Christian. That's the truth. That's just the truth. And the thing about this is this is not going to lead to anything. This is just going to lead to a silly match with maybe another TLC match.
It's going to be a reincarnation of TLC with FTR, the Bucks, and Copeland.
And again,
they're gonna recreate some clown, whether it's any of the Buckarooskies. They're going to have one of those clowns stand up on top of the ladder, and they're gonna recreate the Edge and Jeff Hardy spot. And he's gonna oh my god.
And Cope gonna hurt his damn self. This man's 50 plus years old, gonna be trying to recreate that shot. I do not want to see old ass men with tables, ladders, and chairs. I don't want to see it. It's no. I'm a pseudo sicko. I am not that sick. I do not want to see old ass men hurt themselves. These are the same people that want to see Mick Foley wrestle. No, I don't want to see this shit. But yeah, we're gonna get it. So we gotta live with it.
Why would you want to see Mick Foley wrestle? Who in their right fucking mind wants to see Mick Foley wrestle? I know why
they're not in their right mind, Chris. They're not in their right mind.
They're not. Who wants to see it. I know, but come on, you. It's 2026. We don't need Mick Foley.
This is what AEW has done to wrestling fans. Like, we want to push the envelope. Like, truth be told, this may be a very hot topic to say. They want to see somebody get mortally wounded out here. They want to see it. They're scared to say it out loud, but they want to see it. They want to see somebody get fucking maimed out here, and I'm not for it. Like, the cheese grating was enough for me last week. These motherfuckers want to see somebody get maimed, and an old motherfucker at that. No, I'm good on that. But back to Cope and Christian about the dogs. I don't care. Do you care, Chris? You care about the dogs?
Say that one more time.
Do you care about the dogs going after Cope and Christian? Do you care?
No, because I think first off, I don't think it should be Clark Connors and David Finlay. It should be Gabe Kidd and David Finlay. I know Gabe Kidd's hurt, but I don't really see what the fuck they kind of already did the trios thing with them, and that didn't go anywhere, playing friends with Orange Cassidy and all of them. Like, the dogs, Tony, AEW, they haven't given me a reason to really fuck with them. So no, I don't give a shit.
Shout out to Gabe Kidd. I'm envious of that guy. He has Willow Nightingale behind him, and I'm very envious. I'm sorry. I just had to let that be known.
No, you're not wrong, man. You're not wrong, but I thought that was a very weird fucking way to do it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that was a very weird segment.
Yeah, we got disposable cameras and the dogs. Who let the dogs out? The disposable camera.
Who forgot the disposable camera?
Oh, no, who let the dogs out? The disposable cameras did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought, at least the War Dogs got that was heelish of them to come out there. I don't know.
They have no heat. No one cares about the dogs. No one cares about the dogs.
I agree. Well, guys, that was your AEW Dynamite review for May 27th. After following AEW Dynamite, I'll give you guys we'll give our closing thoughts, and we'll say goodnight. We want you guys to go over to support the Smoke Sessions. They're live right now. We had famous Davis K. Dot come in and say what's up, which I always appreciate. I mean, I don't mind.
This checklist one
it's K. Dot. I enjoy it, man. I enjoy it. Thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Seriously, Smoke Sessions. They've helped. They're help. We're all helping each other at the end of the day, but it is a genuine collaboration. I'm enjoying it. They've helped us out. I feel like we've helped them. So it's great. It's great. So final thoughts of Dynamite. Not a good follow-up again to a fantastic pay-per-view. Disappointing. They started off with something that they needed to. Great. They got the Owen matches. Great. But nothing really interesting happened or to follow up with. Now we're back where we were with the world title with Darby. And the closing segment between this was just weird. It was for the fans in the crowd. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, Hoss, final thoughts here before we say goodnight.
I'm just like this comment that we got right here from 214 JR.
Yeah, put that thing up.
He said, "What's up with Jericho versus Ciampa? Why did he do that?" I'm gonna tell you this. I said this about follow-up TV shows from Tony Khan. Why did he do that? Why up the follow-up shows like this? Why does he do this every time? We have a 10 for 10 pay-per-view, 9 out of 10 pay-per-view, and we get bullshit follow-up TV. Why did he do that? I don't know. Another fine wrestling show, not a fine wrestling TV show, a fine wrestling show. And again, it's just not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Dynamite, again, they next week has to be something. I think these 3-hour shows, the last hour going into Dynamite has just been, or the last, 2 hours Dynamite, last hour Collisions, just it's not there. It's not there. And then You gave Takechna and fucking Kyle Fletcher in the last hour. Like, why wasn't that in the first hour? We don't need a bunch of wrestling after we just got that on Sunday. Give us segments.
Exactly.
So that's all I got. That's all me and Hoss got. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your AEW Dynamite review here again. We are now midnight at my time. So happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me and Hoss. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys go follow Smoke Sessions Podcast, DWE, Sports Jedi Network. We got a lot of cool things coming up in the next few days. We'll be back next week with our Dynamite review. Until then, this has been Hoss Knucklebrew, PGH Chris TV, Sports Jedi Network, and we'll see you next time.